I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cutout to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
That's crispy.
So if you just tuning in to this for the first time, I put out a video every 3 months or so called Main Course. It's really supposed to drop like once a month, but it's been getting fewer and far between because I've been doing more reviews and stuff on this channel. But this is my bread and butter. This is what I love doing more than anything, is just kicking back. I got a couple drinks over here right now and just displaying at my own pace. But this particular video right here, usually if I put out a main course, there's a bunch of stuff that I leave out. You know, a bunch of stuff that I just couldn't get to. I just put out an hour main course, so if you didn't see that, then you should go back and watch that before you watch this. And then I'll usually put out a video called Dessert after the main course with a bunch of stuff that I didn't fit in and a few different little new things. So that's what it is. That's what this channel is about. It's all about displaying and toy photography and tips and tricks and tactics and how to do different things. And I got a little simple setup here, right here in my light box, 2 lights and just some goons around the table. I just recently got the comic based figures from the Spider-Man Homecoming Vulture Builder figure wave, so I was really just putting something together here with Tombstone. And I got my goons here, I got my Marvel Legends, and yeah, sit back, enjoy the episode. Let's do what we do. Got a quick little vid for the tournament winners with the same set. Basically, we didn't announce the winners in the vid, but we just basically directed people to the Facebook group to see the scores and stuff. Man, this tournament took so long. I really was just annoyed with the turnout and everything this year, and it was just so much going on at the end, and I took a long time to get my scores in, and it was just a hot mess, honestly. I'm a little disappointed in myself with the tournament this year, but I'm looking forward to Photo Combat and moving forward with that, and really pushing like we should have for the World Tournament. We actually probably shouldn't even done the World Tournament this year because we didn't get the turnout that we really needed in order to make it economically sound, basically. But you know, I love this shit regardless, and we basically just came out of pocket with the rest of the funds needed, and to make it seem like there were 100 participants, and put in that $1,000 of base money to begin with, and then we still did get some decent donations. Shout out to my man Rich and Toy Migos and everybody who donated prizes and stuff. So I mean, it wasn't terrible. But you know, definitely need to take a note from the year before for next year and do it the right way. Tweaked it a little bit, added a little more light. I don't know if it's much of a difference, but got a little mixture here, mostly Hasbro. Still holding on to the Toy Biz bullseye here, Toy Biz. The hell is this guy's name with the screwed up face? Jigsaw on a Hasbro body. I got the Jigsaw head on a Hasbro body, and I got the Hammerhead head, wow, on a wrestling body. And got my little street level goons here, man. I'm liking this. I do this every so often. People always ask me about dioramas and where certain parts and pieces and everything comes from. This is just quick little overview of just a few things that I have and that I use in displays and when I'm doing reviews and stuff like that. This building piece is from my man Al Figures. There's one piece up there on top from my man Paint Samurai Customs, my man JD. I think this might have been from Al Figures too. I'm not even sure. This is from the late great Ogun Ryu. And I got a bunch of different diorama parts, and usually what I do is I'll mix and match stuff and put certain things together. Like I may use this destroy wall that Paint Samurai Customs did and stick it on a portion of this building and look like a portion of the room here is destroyed. And you know, it's a lot of different options and things when you're working with other people's, with multiple people's sets. Sometimes I might just use this base here and take the building off of the base and just use the base. I mean, there's a lot of different options. So, and real quick, here's a couple of pieces from my man Flashworks 24. I'll be linking all of these guys in the description below. But yeah, here's a piece from my man Flash. These two building tops are actually separate. That water tower on top, somebody had asked about that recently. That comes from a company called Boundless Brooklyn. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them easy. Just look up Boundless Brooklyn. This piece that's not painted yet is also from them. So those are also great accent pieces for your displays as well. And here's a nice little look at Al Figures train station for me. I showed this a little bit in main course. Maybe I did. I actually don't even know if I showed it in the main course, but I'm showing it here in dessert. This is it from sort of like a side view, but there are train tracks on either side of the platform. These little pillars are modular. The garbage can is modular. The bench back there, you can kind of rearrange it how you see fit, and you can see how these SH Figure Arts figures scale here. And it's a lot of playability, ton of playability with this. You'll see me use the train tracks again in a second, I guess. And yeah, man, I'm really digging this. This is a replica of 125th Street and Lexington Avenue in Harlem. So it's very close to exact, and I'm definitely digging this. You see, I added a guy back there on the bench and reading the paper and just adding small things here and there will really help to bring your display together. If I don't want that guy in it per se, if I just wanted to add another pillar and give it some more depth. I actually don't want this yellow portion to be shown on the side because honestly the platform is a little small. They are supposed to be pillars on either side, so just to kind of play with the perspective, I could do that, or I could take this away, and I even have a modular staircase because there is a couple of staircases right in the middle of the platform there at 125th Street, so you could even play with it like this and play with the angles. I mean, there's so many possibilities. So many possibilities. Just a side view with the steps on the opposite side. You know, like I said, I just got one of the train tracks here from that whole station diorama and built on. That works out. Finally used that cutout. Didn't even use it for Colossus, but that is Russian, right? There we go. Mess around with the superior foes of Spider-Man. We still missing Overdrive, so I got these guys taking a train since they don't since they don't got Overdrive to make a vehicle for them. So I thought that was kind of funny. And back there on the very back, I have the Mary Jane body with the new Dark Phoenix head on the body back there, and a little kid. And I'll get into that 2-pack, which I actually just picked up today. I'll get into that shortly. And yeah, this is looking pretty cool. So, in talking about depth, I actually just got that little backdrop back there from my man Josh Cheney. He sent that in the mail. A lot of people using that backdrop. It's just like it's paper. It's a cardstock of some sort, but I'm layering a few buildings here, building tops, just so you can see how big this setup is and see how far some people go when they're trying to set up stuff. It's not a simple thing. It's not quick and easy. It is what it is. You're building up your sets like you're trying to build a movie set, and you're taking it bit by bit. So it was a lot here. Even got felt in the background there. But yeah, this whole piece right here is just cardstock. And then when you hit the right angle and get the light right, then you'll have something. And real quick, a little bonus here from the last review from the first figure in this wave, which was Colossus. And I didn't do any size comparisons with any of the previous Colossus releases. And so here is the old original Toy Biz version that was introduced in Series 5, I want to say. And you can see that this new Colossus is actually a tad bit taller. And I heard some people mention the Marvel Select Colossus, which I do not have. But I would say that they probably almost the same height, maybe. I guess the Select is probably still just a tad bit taller, being that it is a 7-inch scale figure. But I do believe that this Colossus is right. It's right on the money as far as being in scale with other Legends figures. No need to really integrate the 7-inch Colossus from Marvel Select, in my personal opinion. And there he is next to the old Toy Biz X-Men Classics Colossus, which a lot of people categorized as the astonishing X-Men Colossus, and that's what he was used for mostly, is displays and setups with those other characters from that book. And aesthetically, I gotta say that the new Colossus is definitely better. And real quick, it was brought to my attention that there was a swivel here right beneath the boot cuff. So I missed that in the last review. So thanks to anybody who pointed that out. So you do have a swivel on both feet here. This one's a little tight, but there we go. So yeah, just doing this real quick. I swapped out the figures from the Goons set that I did with Kingpin and some street level Goons, and just doing X-Men here, just following up with the Colossus review that I showed on my channel maybe over a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. Someone had asked about what other characters would go with this Colossus and this costume, and it's pretty much the Utopia era of X-Men leading through I don't know, everything up until after this whole thing with the incursions of the Earth and Marvel kind of resetting things. But yeah, these are definitely some of the costumes, some of the characters that would go together. I mean, it was pretty much all of the main X-Men living on Utopia, living on that island. So, and I don't have Magic here. She actually had her New Mutants outfit on during this time, and then I guess it kind of switched to the bearded Colossus and the other costume for Magic, and some things changed up in between here. That other Cyclops that we got with the red and the clothes, the visor, and different things. But this is kind of like a core group minus Beast, I guess. I haven't put this Wolverine away since I got him. You know, oftentimes when I get new stuff, I'll you know, play with it for a while, take some pictures, and it'll go off to the bin. Or if it's something I really like, then maybe I'll display it out in the detail for something like this. But this figure has been on my desk and around for me to mess around with since it came out, man. Just a really nice figure all the way through and through. I recently talked about trying to complete a 80s X-Men. I forget what review that was, but seeing that we're going to get the 80s Cyclops with the pirate boots and the all blue with the trunks are going to be part of a 2-pack with a Dark Phoenix. They announced that at Toy Fair. I'm looking forward to them doing more from that 80s cast to go along with Wolverine here in a brown suit, a redo of Nightcrawler, Colossus, that Cyclops. We need a Banshee at some point. You know, all those guys would be real nice. Old Toy Biz Nightcrawler and this old Colossus still hold up pretty well. Still seeing this Colossus standing side by side with the newest version that they put out. Like I said in the review of that figure, I think aesthetically that newer figure just looks better straight up and down. The proportions are better. He's a bit taller too. So if they would have just used that, excuse me, that new buck for an older school look for Colossus, then we'd be perfect. And I don't know what they're going to do about Nightcrawler. had shot Punisher in the last main course, and then I had talked about picking up Daredevil here, which is a very nice looking figure, but I talked about the fact that, you know, I just hate the restrictions from the clothing, and I've been talking a lot about cloth clothing on figures, and, you know, I don't think it's the wave of the future. I'm still very much in favor of you know, legends or figure arts or anything where the figure is standard without too much cloth clothing, because it restricts the articulation. But again, this figure looks great. It photographs great. Definitely digging all the accessories, and for sure you can use some of the webbing with some other Spider-Man figures, some Legends figures and stuff like that. I didn't really do any size comparisons, which I should have. I'll probably do that in main course, so look out for that. But with me, it's when it comes to displaying, it's all about aesthetics and what looks good aesthetically and what meshes well together. You will see plenty of people using these figures with Legends and with other things, but with me, I try to keep it within the same line most of the time. So, you know, I think the Deadpool and Spider-Man look great together here. Obviously, they'll both look great with Venom and anything else that they release from the line, but to mix it with Legends and other thing, I'm not really like a huge fan of that. I'm not sure how I really feel about this lighting just yet. Like, you know, I do like the overall depth of the shot and the buildings in the background and the foreground and Venom and Spider-Man here, but I don't know how this lighting is showing up yet, and I'm hungry. So I'm about to leave this and get something to eat. Bye. So I got some of the articulated icons figures a little early before they actually officially release. Shout out to my man Adam over there at the Food Shed Articulated Icons. I reviewed the Deluxe White Ninja, the Samurai Outlaw, and the Solitaire, which is like the modern ninja, which looks like Snake Eyes a little bit basically. And yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with all of them, man. I'm pretty excited for the possibilities. A lot of possibilities. You see, I've got some of the heads here on some suited bodies, and I broke down the samurai, what you call it, the armor back there on the left, and made it like a little statue or a little display piece or something like that. And I got Sunfire and Wolverine meeting with some Japanese officials here, I guess. I don't know. Just messing around, taking some pictures. I got to get the actual ninjas in their full glory and some stuff too. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for the official release and to get all of my stuff and get the red ninjas going. And I'm working inside the light box. I just added, I put the exposure up just a little bit more. I think that was a little on the dark side, maybe. I don't know. This might be too bright. Who knows? But yeah, I'm working in the light box. Been working in the light box a lot recently. I got some papers up here on top that could be blocking some light, dropping shit. But yeah, been working in the light box a lot recently, and I'm liking the way this is looking. It looks pretty clean. Just added a little more depth here. Just messing around with some different ideas. But yeah, moving along. My man in the blue suit looked like Ao Chang a little bit. a skinny Ao Chang right there. I don't know what really made me take out Purple Man. I was just still kind of messing around with some of these AI heads here, and I think that I'm going to use this positioning for some different figures. I'm just setting up a framework and just kind of, I don't have any idea what I'm doing yet, but sometimes I'll do that. I'll just set some stuff up and frame it up inside the camera. Like I always say, I always, you know, when I'm setting up stuff, you know, I keep looking through the viewer of the camera and then just placing the figures where I want them, so that way when it's time for me to take an actual picture, everything's already framed up. I always say this, but you know, there's always newcomers coming onto the channel, so that's an easy way for you to frame up everything and not have to worry about cropping and fill up the entire frame with stuff, figures, props, whatever it may be. The more you get in the frame without it looking cluttered, then the greater depth you have and a better your shot will be. Based on that framework already set up, I could just start placing other figures in the same exact spots and swapping out some things. So let me see what I can do here. Picked up the well, I got the Twilight Princess Link and Princess Figma figures delivered here. Also got the finally got the Mafex Nightmare Batman, which I guess I'll show shortly. And these two figures are actually really nice, although you can't really do much because of the dress. For the princess, there are legs under there that are fully articulated, and the front flap of her dress can move. It's sort of like a softer plastic, but her upper body is fully articulated. The paint work and everything looks really good, and this Link is definitely better than the last one that we got, and I thought that was one of Figma's best figures, and this came out really nice. I haven't played a Link game in years, 10, 15, 20 years, maybe since that first Legend of Zelda game on regular Nintendo, probably, but these came out very nice. I would highly recommend these. I'm interested in getting some like trolls or orcs or something. I really want those orcs from Mythic Legions. I see Darius using them with different people. I think they would look dope against Link and different various people, Thor and stuff like that. I need some enemies for Link here. But yeah, this comes out. This looks these look pretty good. I talked about this Aslan figure a little bit in main course, just following up here in dessert. Happy to have this. I wish I had actually more animals. I wonder how this was scaled with the Planet of the Apes. I got a couple of those in my office at work, but yeah, just I wanted to get Kraven and something. Just playing with a little bit of depth here. Everything is actually pretty close, but you know, I'm just filling up every portion of the frame here, working within the frame and setting up everything through the viewer, like I always say, and just really building the depth. This may look better as a photo, we'll see, but you could clearly make out Kraven on the hunt back there. Yeah, there's a look at the Nightmare Batman. I think Mafex did a very good job on this figure, man. This figure came out very nice. All of the extra things that you get with them, the extra head for the armored Batman with the battle damage head, the cowl, the unmasked head, which looks like shit, but you know, it was something extra. You get the kryptonite spear to go along with your armored Batman. You get the binoculars, you get this assault rifle, you get a pistol that can be holstered on the side. The articulation is great, the paint applications are great. It's a very good figure. It took them long enough to get this out, but I do think they did a good job. I don't like the way this gap is looking here, but yeah, I do think they did a very good job, though. You know, I can't believe people are still going on my video for the my top worst figures of 2016 was it video, and debating about the Marvel Legends Black Panther. That figure's still whack. I don't care what anybody says. The SHF version is absolutely the superior version, and I think that with the new movie coming out next year, we're gonna see quite a few Black Panther figures across every line, Hot Toys, everything. And I think SHF will improve on this figure, because there were some flaws, some minor flaws with this, but I think SHF will definitely improve, and we'll probably see maybe one from Mafex and other lines as well. We'll see. Oh yeah, he also came with extra hands for Superman that you didn't get. That Superman figure was so ass, but the extras that you get with this guy actually make Superman a little bit better. But yeah, the set of hands that you get in here, I believe one of them is good for holding the cowl, so you could kind of reenact that scene where he pulls the mask off of Batman. But yeah, man, not a bad figure at all. This is definitely one of Mafex's better figures. Haven't had any real issues with quality control as of yet. Picked up this special edition Iron Man 2. Not Iron Man 2, but 2 meaning also. But yeah, this thing is like just okay. I hate that the supposed glowing parts in the chest armor and the on the sides of the arms is just kind of like painted on. It's like really a half-ass thing, and it really wasn't worth the amount of money that I spent, even though I didn't spend the exuberant amount that they were asking for on eBay. It was still like, nah. But I was thinking about getting this guy because it's obviously very similar to the heroic age armor, and I was thinking about slowly building up a SH Figuarts Illuminati and just kind of using this armor and mixing things between the comics and the movie and whatever. So Doctor Strange is about to drop. We got Black Panther. We'll see how it goes as far as the MCU is concerned. Picked up the Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson 2-pack at some point too. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it. Yeah, I did. I reviewed it on my channel. I do like this kind of new design for Spider-Man's costume. I need to catch up on the comics and read what's going on with Parker Industries and the other Spider-Man running around. I gotta get up out of here. I'm wrapping it up. I'm actually about to go to a fireworks display. I think I'm gonna meet up with one of my homies from the community, my man Morbo. So wrapping it up here. I did pick up the Jean Grey and Cyclops 2-pack, or the Dark Phoenix and Cyclops 2-pack here. I want to squeeze this in this episode real quick. But yeah, I think this came out really nice. I like the options for the different heads that you can use from Phoenix for the regular Phoenix that you got from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave. As we all know, that head that came originally with that figure was kind of trash. So the options for having a Phoenix with her kind of using her powers and then one in a more relaxed state with the two heads that you get from this 2-pack is very cool. So real quick before I get out of here, I want to talk about a couple of quick promotions that we have going on. Like, yo, I always get free stuff from companies and from different places and whatever the case may be. I don't always be talking about it or boasting about it, but we always giving away free stuff, and people just be missing out on the opportunity to get some of this free shit. So right now we have 3 promotions. We just relaunched the A.C.B.A. website, so it was giving us some trouble, and we changed it up a bit and switched it up a bit. I like the way it looks right now. So in celebration of that, and in anticipation of us hitting 30,000 subscribers on Instagram, which we actually just did yesterday, we running a couple of promotions. So first and foremost, if you buy the Martial Artists cutout pack, which is the cutout pack we launched in anticipation of the articulated icons figures dropping, you can automatically be entered into a drawing to win a basic ninja right now. If you go on the site right now, purchase a cutout pack, you're automatically entered into that drawing. As a matter of fact, there was only 30 cutout packs, so there's only 30 slots. It's not like you're going up against 200 people, so it is a very good opportunity for you to win a free basic ninja by buying a cutout pack, an A.C.B.A. cutouts pack. So that's number 1. Number 2, we have the dial structure t-shirts, and which we just launched in gray and white. And if you buy one of those right now, you can be entered into a drawing to win $25 in Big Bad Toy Store credit, as well as $50 towards a diorama of your choice from our figure. So that $50 will get you started on whatever the total overall price will be for that diorama. And I think that was a cool little thing. And the third thing is we are putting out, I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was the last main course I showed that little pigeon that I got from one of those Heroes figures. So like I promised, we got it casted, and we're selling 4 packs of those pigeons. They're casted in gray. You would have to paint them up just a little bit, but you can get the 4 of those, I think, for like $12. And if you do that right now, you buy one of those packs, you'll be automatically entered into a drawing to win a Spider-Gwen figure, a Revoltech Spider-Gwen figure. I'm all over the place. I can't speak English, but yeah, you'll be entered into a drawing for that. And then on top of that, look out for our 30K giveaway. We're giving away a very nice Spider-Man Homecoming pack with figures from different lines, including an SH Figuarts Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man figure. So trying to give away a bunch of stuff. The link to the website will be in the description below. Thanks for hanging out with me. There's still stuff that I didn't really get to include in this episode. I just got the Deadshot figure from Mafex, which I think came out very, very nice. And I also got my own Spider-Gwen figure from Revoltech. But, you know, I'll be shooting that stuff and recording that stuff moving forward. But thanks for hanging out. This has been a dessert video. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
That's crispy.
I clearly asked for Advil.
I brought you the Advil, you fool.
So what's that?
That is mine.
Oh.
Doofus.